My name's Brett, and I'm a wildlife guardian here at Waterton Lakes National Park. It's my job to monitor human-people interactions, make sure people are viewing animals in a way that is safe for them and the animal. I basically drive around all day in a vehicle and make sure people are being safe with the wildlife roadside and not causing any serious traffic issues. It's a really great job because I get to live in the mountains. It's a great work environment and I'm surrounded by people with common interests. I see bears, cubs, foxes, moose every day, and it's part of my job to document them and monitor where they are daily. So I get to take amazing photographs. I get to see wild animals on a daily basis in their own natural habitat. So it's a great experience, and I get paid for it. It's a really good introduction into the workforce and getting a chance to network with people that work at much higher levels within the organization, and you get to see them on a daily basis, see what their job's like, see if this is something that you would maybe like to consider in the future. And a lot of time you get to hang out with them after hours, and they show you all the amazing sights and all the mountains, secrets that are here. You know, go hike to waterfalls, go swimming in glacier lakes. You know, they show you the secret fox dens. It's a really good opportunity. It's awesome. My biology classes really help because they give you like a fundamental understanding of what's happening in nature. So you can understand phenotypes, like why is that bear a different color than that bear, even though they're the same species, you know? And when people ask you questions, you have a database of knowledge to draw on. So that's why it's really important what I've learned in school. I think co-op's important because it allows you to integrate your education into a future career, and it allows you to take what you learned in school and apply it in your everyday lifestyle. So it makes work much more enjoyable.
Bird, and I'm a first year student, obviously at the University of Ulethbridge. My major is biochemistry, and this of course is my first work term being a first year student. And what I do here is I test the two of the different tests for BSE, and I basically am in the lab and compare my results from one of the ones that is less sensitive to the other one that is a lot more sensitive and more involved. I think that this term has certainly improved my lab skills. It's taught me to be a lot more accurate, a lot more careful for what I do, especially with the more sensitive testing. And the most memorable and the most fun, I think, is working with the animals. I would describe co-op as kind of a way to get experience before you go out and have to work in the field for real. And oftentimes being in school, you learn a lot from the textbook or from the professor, and you don't get to apply it hands-on. So I think co-op is a good way to have hands-on experience, and that's kind of why I wanted to join it too, is I wanted to get experience in the field. With animals, it's working with the textbook isn't the same as actually being there with the animals and being involved firsthand. I think I would stress the importance of getting hands-on experience because having it myself, it certainly helped me land not only this job, but I think it's made me better prepared for other jobs in the future and for school, because even some of the things I'm doing here now, I learned before I go to school, and then once I go to school, it's that much easier.
Being a neuroscience student, having the opportunity to do actual neuroscience research in this CCBN, it's amazing. It's more beneficial and educational than any class would be for me. I decided to join the co-op program to gain access to all the opportunities it provides to students. The work experience and the contacts you gain through co-ops are more valuable in the long run than any amount of money you can make during a summer job. I'm actually doing another co-op this upcoming fall semester. I'm going to be moving to Ottawa to work with Health Canada. I will be studying and doing research on the neurobiological effects of air pollution on Canadians. I would, and I absolutely do, recommend co-op to every person I know at the university. It is such an amazing experience. Anyone can go to university, go to class, and get a university degree, but there's so few opportunities that actually allow you to get hands-on work experience before you graduate.
this co-op has given me the opportunity to actually be in a classroom setting and learn what that's all about. So it's like broadened my horizon and given me way more knowledge about what actual teaching is. So this co-op has allowed me to link between like what I love doing, which is working with kids, and then link it to being a teacher. So I'm getting an experience that many other people haven't got. And so like a few weeks ago also for this co-op, I got to go into the classrooms in Lethbridge area. So I got to teach different grades. So I taught grades kindergarten to grade 8, and the teachers would hire me to go in and teach a science lesson, which was based on the curriculum. So I have had hands-on experience with the school curriculum so far, which is going to help me when I go into the ed program, because I'll have a step up from what everyone else has had. Co-op has allowed me to take my career aspirations and put them into practice. And so it's given me the opportunity to do what I want to do in the future right now.
I love the co-op program because it really helped me discover what I wanted to do. When I went to university, I wasn't quite sure. I thought political science was probably the best area, but I didn't see how it connected with the real world. So the best part of the co-op program is that you've got hands-on experience, stuff that you don't get in school. The school is different from the real world school. The university is very structured and it demands certain things that the working world doesn't demand. And it's that bridge between the two. But while you're working, you find the value in the place of university. When you're in university, you're just like 4 years, I just want to be over, and it's not applicable, but you see how when you in the working the real world, how that fits, and you learn to really mold your skills to the future. I think the majority of people don't actually know when they're in university what they're going to do. There are some kids that know right off the bat what they want to do, but how can you really know what you love until you do it? Would be why I joined co-op, and I think that the real value of co-op comes from hands-on learning.
I'm not a person of reading books and taking exams. I prefer learning from experienced professionals, and if I have questions, I can go for them, or I can just kind of solve my issues and figure it out myself. I'm planning doing more co-op because one good thing of the co-op is you can keep changing companies and keep changing your positions, so you can experience more different positions, different kind of industries or fields. So it's better for me to decide where to go after I graduate. My advice is just go for it. It's not that hard as you think, and don't be afraid of the world outside university. And I've been in Canada only for 1 year now, and I can work in a fantastic company, and I can get work done. It's pretty good. Just try it and you'll get surprised more than what you think.
It's really awesome to look at the job board and just see what kinds of opportunities are available to university students, and it's really helpful after you get out of university. I think it will be, because then I'll know in what kind of directions I can branch out. Like, there's more to biology than just looking at microorganisms, and I can work in agriculture, which I thought I would hate, but I actually really love. This co-op work term has benefited me, I think, because it really does help me in some of my classes, especially in microbiology, because we're very concerned with contamination rates. And so it's really important that you know how those microorganisms act and react to certain chemicals. It helps me in some of my ecology classes because I learned a lot about plants. The most memorable thing I would say was probably hoeing in the field. I tend to be a little bit of a lab princess. I like to stay in the lab where it's nice and air conditioned, but it's nice to get out to the field and see how the plants are growing, and it's just interesting to see the different things that we actually do in our program. One of them is we are looking at stripe rust, which is a big disease in wheat, and it's interesting to see how we can inoculate it, and then 2 weeks later there'll be so many spores.
So my name's Emily and I work at the Remington Carriage Museum. I'm an interpreter here. And basically a large part of my responsibility is to deal with the visitors that come to the museum and make sure they get the best experience as possible. Also on my free time I'll walk around, and if visitors have any questions I'll answer them. We have short videos going on all the time. I do a little bit with the horses here. I have groomed here before to stand, make sure the horses behave in the carriages. And this is my first co-op work term and it's going good so far. So what I got most out of this co-op job is the experience to deal with the public and to really practice and hone in on my public speaking skills. And so it's really given me the confidence to take on large projects or to stand up in front of large groups, because I used to always get nervous in front of like huge groups or whatever. So I'd say don't hold back, don't be picky with the job choices that you make or the jobs that you want to apply for. Really just go and try to grab hold of as many opportunities as you can, because you never know what kind of experience or what kind of skills you're going to gain after you're done with the co-op experience.